I have to be honest, I've only been to one party hostel in Paris, but I've been to this one hostel twice, and each time it was a great time. So, I mean, I can't really compare it to other hostels that are having parties, but I'm happy that I went to this hostel for a party that was hosted by N3ON Music. And I've been following them for a while. They do some funky events in different places around Paris. And I was a bit surprised to see that they were having events in a hostel. But then when I mentioned it to Will, he was like, oh no, it's actually quite common for drum and bass parties in hostels. And if you're like, I don't know what drum and bass is, don't worry. I didn't know what it was either till very recently in my life. And I took a video so you can know what it sounds like. But there's other music styles as well, and actually the drum and bass was my least favorite part of the night, not because of the DJ or anything, but just because it's, I don't know, it's just like not my go-to style of music. It's fun, you can dance, all of these things, but I have my preferences, I guess. There were other music styles as well that I enjoyed a lot. Like I loved my friend Aristid that played, and he was playing a lot of like trap music and just songs that brought me back to my youth, you know, but in a great way. And then another DJ, Hacks, he's always great. Like the first time I saw him was at this other club that I love that's only open during the spring and summer, like when the weather's nice because everything's outside. But he was doing a party with Savage Block Parties, who has really cool parties in Paris. And I'll have to make a video about them at some point. But there's other types of music besides just drum and bass at this party. But before I tell you about the night, don't forget to subscribe so you can see the new videos coming out. I have so many ideas and parties planned. And of course, there's going to be fun stories that come along with it. You know when those nights out are so good that you can't let them go? The people, the conversations, the insights you didn't expect to have from strangers you met in a dark room. I know them all too well, and that's why I started capturing those memories on Substack. Memories and reflections that I couldn't let slip away or keep to myself from other people who could benefit from hearing them too. You can find my footnotes from the dance floor at freethebreed.substack.com or linked in the description. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know how much I prioritize feeling safe when I go out. That involves the security, that involves like how I feel if I'm being watched, all of these things. And because this was at a hostel, this was so relaxed, you guys. Search on entry does not exist. You just walk in. Security, there's a man there, but he's just there because it's like, imagine like a man at a hotel. He's just there. Like, what is he actually doing, you know? No one's walking around with flashlights on the dance floor. No one's all up in your business for no reason, just trying to find ways to pass the time. And I thought that because it was at a hostel, it was just going to be a bunch of young people. But actually, it was quite a big mix of age ranges of people on the dance floor, which was nice because as a 30-year-old, I don't necessarily want to be hanging out with 18-year-olds. Not that there's anything wrong with you, if that's who you are. But I like to hang out with people closer to my age, if that's possible. And so when you walk in, the dance floor is actually downstairs from the hostel. And I remember that someone told me this time they had to play the music not as loud because last time they were getting complaints for like people being able to like feel it upstairs. But still, the music is quite loud and you 1000% need earplugs. Like, I have no idea how people are going about in their lives without wearing earplugs when they're going out to these types of music events. Please protect your hearing. There is no need to be losing your hearing early on in life because you just want to hear music really loud. So I had my earplugs with me, but I wish I would have had sunglasses with me because at some point I was like, this is so intense. I was trying to see exactly who was controlling the lights because it looked like someone was just button mashing on a fucking video game controller or something and was just like, ah. Like a lot of the time I had to have my eyes closed because I could not deal with it. But I'm going to show you this video while my friend was playing and you're probably going to be like, wow, I can't imagine what that was like in person. And you're right. It was way more intense in person. But But honestly, it went along with the crowd. The crowd was dancing the entire night, which I really appreciate. I also really appreciate that there was seating available the entire time right next to the dance floor. You could just sit down and then get up, sit down, get up. That was also the place where you could put your coats. Multifunctional, amazing. I hate having to pay to put my coat somewhere, which may make me sound really cheap, but as someone who comes from a place where I don't have to wear a coat, it is a big adjustment for me to be forced to put on a coat to get to where I'm going and then have to pay someone to put it somewhere. So I love when I could just throw it in a corner and not have to worry about it. Same for my bag. If I don't have to worry about my bag in a corner, then I'm having a great night. And because it was so relaxed, it felt like you could just do whatever you wanted. It didn't feel like you were being watched or anything. The bar prices, I remember Will said the beer was 10 euros, but they had a signature drink, which was only 8 euros. And I remember because one of the guest DJs was Jacques Fromage, which I told you about Jacques Fromage. They have great festival events in Paris, like so amazing. I showed you the barbecue last summer, and then I went again in November. It was the first day of snow this year, but I didn't show it to you. I still have to go back and edit it, but it's so good. And I bring that up because it was whenever you bought a drink, they were giving coupons to buy tickets for the event in May. So I was like, oh, how nice, how kind. I love a coupon. And I love that they had an outdoor smoking area. You could go out, relax, sit. Because it was a hostel, they had like a ping pong table out there. Everyone was super chill. And it wasn't even like it was just people from the hostel. It was a lot of friends of the DJs and people that I would mingle with outside of the situation. So again, I was a bit worried it was going to be a bunch of children, but it was fine actually. I had a great night with all the people that I met. I got to dance. I even started up a conversation with a French girl in French and spoke French the entire time. So that was really exciting for me. What else? I mean, I think the only thing else is the bathrooms, but I guess it was kind of like what you would expect at a hostel. I appreciated it because it was like more of a hotel style. Like it wasn't necessarily like the best, but it was better than going outside. So if you're coming to Paris and you're thinking of a place to go, or you want a hostel where you could just go downstairs on a night out, you can consider this hostel. It's also in a great location for a lot of restaurants, a lot of like cool stores, a lot of young people hang out in this area. And don't forget to go check out the link for my Substack story for conversations I had at the end of the night. It was that time of the night where I was like, maybe I should go home. And then how the conversation started going, I was like, yeah, it's time to go home. But it was actually really funny and interesting. And you can read about it in my Substack, in my footnotes from the dance floor. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.